I hereby announce my retirement from Formula One by the end of the 2022 season. Probably I should start with a long list of people to thank now, but I feel it is more important to explain the reasons behind my decision. I love this sport. It has been central to my life since I can remember. But as much as there's life on track, there's my life off track too. Being a racing driver has never been my sole identity. I very much believe in identity by who we are and how we treat others, rather than what we do. Who am I? I'm Sebastian, father of 3 children and husband to a wonderful woman. I am curious and easily fascinated by passionate or skilled people. I am obsessed with perfection. I am tolerant and feel we all have the same rights to live, no matter what we look like, where we come from, and who we love. I love being outside and love nature and its wonders. I'm stubborn and impatient. I can be really annoying. I like to make people laugh. I like chocolate and the smell of fresh bread. My favorite color is blue. I believe in change and progress and that every little bit makes a difference. I am an optimist and I believe people are good. Next to racing, I have grown a family and I love being around them. I have grown other interests outside Formula One. My passion for racing and Formula One comes with lots of time spent away from them and takes a lot of energy. Committing to my passion the way I did and the way I think it is right does no longer go side by side with my wish to be a great father and husband. The energy it takes to become one with the car and the team to chase perfection takes focus and commitment. My goals have shifted from winning races and fighting for championships to seeing my children grow, passing on my values, helping them up when they fall, listening to them when they need me, not having to say goodbye, and most importantly, being able to learn from them and let them inspire me. Children are our future. Further, I feel there is so much to explore and learn about life and about myself. Speaking of the future, I feel we live in very decisive times, and how we all shape these next years will determine our lives. My passion comes with certain aspects that I've learned to dislike. They might be solved in the future, but the will to apply that change has to grow much, much stronger and has to be leading to action today. Talk is not enough, and we cannot afford to wait. There is no alternative. The race is underway. My best race? Still to come. I believe in moving forwards and moving on. Time is a one-way street, and I want to go with the times. Looking back is only going to slow you down. I look forward to race down unknown tracks, and I will be finding new challenges. The marks I left on track will stay until time and rain will wash them away. New ones will be put down. Tomorrow belongs to those shaping today. The next corner is in good hands, as the new generation has already turned in. I believe there is still a race to win. Farewell, and thanks for letting me share the track with you. I loved every bit of it.
It is a sad day for any Formula One fan out there. 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel has announced his retirement from Formula One at the end of this 2022 season. Sebastian shared the news on his new Instagram account, breaking the hearts of hundreds of thousands of fans. He explained some of the reasons for his retirement in the video that I put at the beginning. I have had the privilege of working with many fantastic people in Formula One over the past 15 years. There are far too many people to thank. Over the past 2 years, I've been an Aston Martin driver, and although our results have not been as good as we had hoped, it is very clear to me that everything is being put together that a team needs to race at the very highest levels for years to come. So we will take a look at that quote. Does this retirement have something to do with Aston Martin really not giving him that car? When he was at Ferrari, it was Charles Leclerc being taken in as the new guy. We, of course, had the incident in Brazil with banging of wheels. And Vettel was supposed to be going to this pink Mercedes team that was clearly the 4th best car on the grid. And really, they just didn't do that. last year. And this year, with the new car regulations, they didn't get it correct coming out of the gate. They tried to switch over to more of a Red Bull kind of chassis. Still didn't really work. So does Sebastian Vettel retiring have a lot to do with the performances from Aston Martin? That is going to be something that is looked upon. If he was in the situation as maybe Fernando Alonso, where Vettel is scoring points every race, qualifying in the front row in Canada, would that have been different? Is this retirement results driven? I don't know. Of course, a lot in the video was him talking about family and such, but you have to think, if Aston Martin weren't the second worst team on the grid right now, would this retirement be at least announced now instead of at the end of the year? So back to what he said, I have really enjoyed working with such a great bunch of people. Everyone, Lawrence, Lance, Martin, Mike, the senior managers, the engineers, the mechanics, and the rest of the team. It's ambitious, capable, expert, committed, and friendly, and I wish all of them well. The decision to retire has been a difficult one for me to take, and I've spent a lot of time thinking about it. At the end of the year, I want to take some more time to reflect on what I will focus next. It is very clear to me that being a father, I want to spend more time with my family. And that is something, of course, that is pretty much the exact reason why he's retiring. We know Sebastian Vettel stands up for a lot more things in Formula One. For example, at Hungary last year, he's picked up trash at all the different racetracks like Spain. He is really involved in every different movement that has came from Formula One, like the We Races One, Pride, everything Sebastian Vettel has been a part of for Formula One, which is also another sad reason why we won't be seeing him next year. Vettel will leave this sport as one of the most successful drivers in history, really behind Lewis Hamilton, Michael Schumacher, and Juan Manuel Fangio. That's about it. And as I said, it's a sad day for sure. Formula One will not be the same without Sebastian Vettel. And of course, we do have to bring it up. But of course, the main news is Vettel's retiring. But like I said, you have to bring it up. This just has to be in the back of your mind now. There's an open seat at Aston Martin for next year. Do we see a situation where Ricciardo goes to Aston Martin and Piastri goes to McLaren? That would be something. Does Vettel retiring keep Daniel Ricciardo safe at McLaren? Does that mean Piastri is now going to go to Williams, or do we see Alex Albon going to replace Sebastian Vettel, and then we see Piastri there? Even though it is an extremely sad day to be a Formula One fan, you have to think this is exactly what we needed to get Oscar Piastri into Formula One, to get Logan Sargent there. If Piastri moves up, then guess what? There might be two options now, because if Latifi gets sacked at the end of the year, maybe now Logan Sargent actually comes in, or maybe Felipe Drugovich comes in and works for Williams for a year, and then we get Logan Sargent. So it opens up opportunities, but of course the main news is that we no longer have Sebastian Vettel in the sport. We're going to have 10 more races, I believe, 9 or 10 more races, and right before the Hungarian Grand Prix, right before summer break. But yeah, really sad day.